Yeah, so the zero turn is definitely the way to go with this. You can see, I can see the thatcher, so I can tell whether it's getting overloaded, if it's dropping stuff off, if it's getting overloaded on one side. And then, of course, the turning radius. This is awesome. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with haying, as we want to call it. Sort of primitive haying. My horse is motorized, or my oxen, but otherwise it's pretty basic. Some of it I missed. It's just inevitable. This is very steep, as you saw, so I did my best to try to come down to where I could see that the area was sort of flatter and I could turn without rolling. I don't know if you can tell that from here, but this kind of comes down steeply and then it sort of comes off before it goes back down. So that's why you see this pattern of me coming up through here. You're wondering why I'm out here beyond telling you. Yeah, so I had a battery in the back of the Kubota for, this is interesting. Here's my anchor. Good thing I came down here. My anchor, 20,000 milliwatt external battery. I am looking for a marine grade 12 volt battery that I keep under the rear passenger seat to operate the winch. And obviously, as I came through here at one time, it slid out of the back and presumably rolled down the hill. Where? I have no idea. I was thinking probably here, this area, because it's the most steep. Now, those two posts right there that you can see, that goes into the same wooded area. It's just another entrance to that wooded area. So I can walk along there. That fence line is not very deep in there. So I think if it rolled down the hill, it would probably have wound up in right there along the fence, because I put the fence there because it sort of leveled out. That was the whole point of putting the fence there. So as a consequence, I think it could have bounced through and continued on down, depending on how much momentum it had, but sort of thinking that it would get hung up. Interesting. We were just standing right up there where I said to you, yeah, these two posts that you see, they're the ones that are another entrance to the back. What is that right there? This is what I saw first, which is the case that the battery sits in. And I would have thought that the case would go on a shorter distance since it's light, and the battery was down the hill. But then when I looked up there, I saw the red cable right there. Okay. Just thought I'd wrap that up. Out. All right, guys. Just to wrap this up, yeah, just a short review on this little Craftsman Thatcher. I'm telling you, you know, it works great, right? So you can see it clumps the hay up, grass up, whatever you're trying to manage. And it pulls behind that zero turn, makes nice tight turns. It's really sweet. You can see I've got clumps of hay sort of all over the place here, even on relatively steep ground, even with the zero turn. So it really works really well. And all you got to do when you're thatching is move in the opposite direction. You see how the tractor has pushed down the grass in a particular direction? You just go opposite to that, so that way those tines can dig down and pull that stuff up. Works great. And this thing being so light, you can just literally reach down, pick it up, and toss it to the side. It leaves the thatch behind. You know, you can see, you know, leaves the thatch off to the one side, and then just continue to mow on, or thatch on, I guess. So anyway, it's a great little tool. It's light, so it works on the steep ground really well. It's cheap, obviously. It's convenient, and I'm telling you, on the zero turn, it's fantastic. You saw I had to do it with the Kubota. I'm going up and down the hills, the X1140, and that's just because it's 12 feet long and heavy, and so it can go up and down the hills. This zero turn, as you well know from the crashes, cannot. But when you're on this kind of ground, I'm telling you, the zero turns the heat. All right, guys. So that will be it. Please subscribe. You know, we thank you for coming. We thank you for coming back. If you like this little episode on a cheap way to do, old-fashioned haying, hey, just come on back again. See you soon. All right, out.